Good morning and welcome to Moopsy in the morning. No, welcome to the Moopsyverse for June the 3rd, 2025.
Uh,
Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Taz. Good morning, Chosen. And Chosen apparently
Good
is on a
morning.
three-stream streak, and it says it doesn't feel like I've been joining for three streams back to back. Well, it's mostly because last week we only did one or two shows in the morning. We didn't do a lot last week, so you probably
I think
lucked
I
out
was
and
a
hit one
one.
of them. Yeah, last week was Clean the Office week, which it is. Now
Which
I have.
coincided with me having off and being able to join you in for longer shows, but there we go.
Well, hey, plan your vacations around my work schedule moving forward.
Or.
Yeah. Yeah, so the one thing I realized is now that the office is clean and bright, I should put some artwork up in here, and all of my Star Trek art is in my living room. So I have nothing Star
Well,
Trek to
that's
put in
nice.
here.
Well, then you might need to acquire something.
Yeah, I have
Um,
like 50 pictures out in the garage to be hung up in various places around the house, and no place for them. But I don't want to put them in here because they're like paintings my grandmother and grandfather did, which are, important to me. But I don't want to put them
but
in this space.
yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
Hmm.
Oh my God, I'm gonna get myself a rifle and I'm gonna start practicing shooting from my window. The lawns are trimmed to the ground, and yet they're still mowing because they're paid by the hour
Yeah,
and
I
not
was
by
gonna
the
say,
effect. So I'm just gonna explode because this is ridiculous.
good morning,
Ah,
Musins in chat. Let's see, I've got Herc attendance. Oh, I have Borg ships. The horror.
well, I have a Borg TFO.
Well,
What a
unfortunately,
coincidence!
well, Red Alert doesn't count for TFO, unfortunately, but we can certainly do a Borg. Hold on, I'm on the wrong tune. We don't want me on this tune. Let me switch to a tune that we can play with.
A little fluffer.
Is your fluffer okay?
He's just sleeping. It's been a little bit of meh on the stomach side, so he's kind of less active. My
Oh,
sweet little
non-physical
fluffer.
damage. Nope, nope, that was the wrong button. We'll just kill these guys and run. Go on, Moopsy, get him.
Sorry,
Get him, boy.
sorry, fluffer. I can't help to just do the cuddles. Love you too much.
Sorry, I am trying something new here, which is Monday and Wednesdays. I'm going to do the show, hit the gym, come back, do some housework with the girls, and then head off to my evening class and see if by getting all the big physical things on 2 days a week, I'm a little bit more capable. We will see, though. I'm going to try that for 2 months. But so I got home yesterday from the gym, and I'm tired. But the dogs need their walk. They're really anxious. I get them leashed up. I take them out the front door, and they both are like, "Okay, that's good. We're done." Oh, okay. You want to go a little bit further? Nah, we're good. Good. You sure? Yeah, just fine. So turned around and went back in the house, and they both went back to taking naps.
Oh, well, they know what they need best.
Well, it was getting a little toasty yesterday, and we did do, as it turned out, 5.1 miles on Sunday for our hike.
Right.
I thought we were taking a long hike. I didn't realize it was quite that long.
I've actually watched the episode we were talking about yesterday. I've acquired access to TNG, but this is ridiculous because like three different streaming services have um and TNG, and it's just annoying because each of them has a different pricing and have different
Mm.
things other than that, so it's kind of annoying.
Chosen says, I
And got
really
an
want to
invite.
get the legendary Excelsior, but I'm too poor to get the 11th anniversary bundle. I get that. I hold off on
Legendary
getting some bundles just because the finances haven't been good lately.
Legendary Excelsior is the miracle work one,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Taz, would you like to
Yes.
join us?
I can't say I'm super ecstatic about it.
I'm gonna go to bed. I'm too tired.
Oh, look,
Okay.
someone didn't sleep tonight.
What? I was telling Taz that you and I were chit-chatting while I was driving, which was very pleasant, but that means I'm the one who should be going to bed, Taz, not you.
Right.
Well, I will be on tonight, Taz. If you wind up being awake in about 12 hours and you want to join in, that'd be amazing.
I probably will.
Cool. Love to have you there.
Yeah. Okay, I'll see you guys later.
Okay, get some sleep.
Well,
Yeah. Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
wow.
He has an
Yes.
interesting sleep schedule.
He has none. That's the problem. That's no schedule. There's just full randomness of tasks.
Well, I started working with a different trainer yesterday, and so we spent.
How is it?
Well, yesterday was just figuring out what we're gonna do because
Right.
my first trainer's approach and this person's approach are different. She does bodybuilding competitions, so I think in some ways she might be a better fit for what I'm trying to do. But she's like, "Well, tell me about your sleep schedule." I'm like, and went into it.
What?
And my sleep schedule. Yeah, what's a sleep schedule?
Yeah,
So I can
what's
kind
that?
of empathize with Taz, and she's like, you got to get in the habit, and you can't do that late night live stream and an early morning live stream. I'm like, yeah, I can. I can nap during. I can sleep in the afternoon because I don't have a job.
Yeah,
She
but
says, well,
I
that's
think it.
her comment was, that's great if you do it. I'm like, yeah, of course I don't do that. I walk the dogs. And
You
do this.
can, but you don't do it.
I can. I can do lots of things. I just don't. Well, if it's just you and me, guillotine.
Sure.
By the way, Chosen, if you hadn't heard, the Promelian Battlecruiser is going to come out for console July 27th, I believe. I think that's what
Yeah,
they
so
said.
something like this. So
Yeah.
it'll be like
So you'll have it. I thought I'd put together some keys this evening and maybe see if we can pick up a battlecruiser. There's two things I'm wondering. Why does the legendary Excelsior look like the Discovery in design-wise, and why does it have the same registry as the USS Atlas? The second one's
registry
probably...
is.
Go ahead.
Sorry, yeah, registry is probably just they just based it off a previous ship or something. They're just lazy, but they like that. But you
Wee-woo?
can change it anyway. I don't know why they chose Discovery kind of thing, but I got a wee wee by the way. But I suppose they just wanted to do something different because we always had the TMP Excelsior that
Mhm.
lasted through TNG. Not many other designs for it outside of like the Obina, and they wanted Obina probably as something separate, so they just went with Discovery because I guess they could. I'm not. My biggest issue with that legendary Excelsior is that it's Miracle Worker because it makes it very underwhelming, despite the extra console it gets. So yeah, I'm wondering what the hell was behind it, the philosophy of that ship, but I don't hate it, but I don't know, it is weird. I'm not my favorite Excelsior variants.
The enemy has started to bring their Unicorn into your dimension. We will stop this.
Anyway,
We must.
that's a
Cleaning
good
up
question
some
though.
empty
Why?
space.
Destroy 10-dimensional
Vega
containers on the
system.
surface of the
Interesting.
Unicorn.
I think sometimes they will assign a registry that they think is correct and not realize that it exists in canon already.
Yeah, I don't think Cryptic has been very well in tracking stuff like that. They because sometimes the ship is designed by different designers, and it's almost like they have maybe a list of ships that already have a pre. Wait, someone just warped out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Someone just warped out. I mean, we can do this with 4. It's just a
I
little
mean,
bit tougher.
sure, but Romulan Warbird and Scimitar out of everything. Ugh.
Well, that's not the
Weakling.
same registry then. One's an NX and one's an NCC.
Yeah, that's NX. So, and NXs are all over the place. They don't track any sort of canon. So, it was supposed to be. I think in STO's canon, at least at Cryptic,
We got
they were
somebody
just
in to
like this
join
was
us.
probably an early prototype.
One of the ships is coming in with damage, though, so this could be a little bit trickier.
Unless they fixed it.
Nope. Ha'asa. Coming in with some energy weapons damage.
Cute.
Yeah, it
That
looks
will
like
help.
they've got enough going on that they can handle it. Well, I don't know what I just finished, but I did something. Oh, Borg ships. It's 5 ships. That's one.
You had 5?
5 Borg ships, yeah. They gotta make these things a little tougher.
Well, the thing is, I haven't noticed anything mentioning about redesigning of the Endeavor system. They just added new rewards, new
Yeah,
level ups,
they've added new rewards, but
increased it.
in the cap.
I
But it
think.
kind of said that's all the changes for now, but...
But they'll be looking into other stuff,
Yeah.
so I guess sending them the list of ideas for Endeavors. That could be a good follow-up there, like a feedback to the introduction to changes today.
I decided I'm going to send them, you know, as we were discussing, some thoughts and ideas. It is very difficult to find out where to send them aside from putting it all on the forum. Because there's
Maybe
not
reach
a
out
contact.
maybe you reach out to Counselor Suna and send it in as a DM.
Yeah, I'm going to have to.
Because she's very responsive and she's very open to feedback. So
Actually
she
never
might
got
not
a
respond to
response.
you directly, but she always does. I've noticed that she always responds in a comment or something.
Yeah, I had yet to get any
Appreciative.
responses from her, so that's why.
Alright.
Okay, I'm on
My
4.
God, I need to become a dictator, so I will ban all the lawnmowers. I'm like, I can't. The noise and the stench of the gasoline being burned right under your
Ooh,
freaking nose is just like absolutely awful.
Projecting shield now.
I did not click that button.
Which button?
The Neptune snare. I just saw that launched, but it wasn't supposed to launch. Let's see, Chosen says, if I remember that the USS Atlas would become the NCC 1900 after exiting its prototype phase, I think the USS Repulse also had the NX 1900 registry too, since they're both prototypes. So clearly Starfleet doesn't really care about all that pesky numbering stuff.
Exploded.
Okay, we went Rainbow on 4.
And 1.
Six hasn't even been deployed yet. We'll work on this simulator here, and then I'll move over to 6.
Pitching anchor deployed. Projecting shield now.
Ooh, 6 feels dangerously close to the planet. This is kind of a weird.
Oh yeah,
sensation.
I just noticed that. That's weird.
It is weird.
I don't think I've ever seen it this close.
Nope. That's creepy weird. So I was while you and I were texting last night, going back and forth, I was driving. Dante and I were also talking about the new episode. Because the way they phrased it, it's kind of hard to know if they're going to drop the new episode today, or if they're just going to drop some new lore today.
Fully energized. Org assimilator on an escape vector. Do not allow it to flee.
I think they're just going to drop some lore because you would think we'd get at least a day's notice officially that they're going to be doing an episode. And I think all these prizes might just be there. Oops, you're not quite ready to go live with that.
Tactical cubes are the source of disruption. Destroy them both to stabilize the network.
Okay. Did we get all of those pesky assemblators? Well, that's fun. I'm inside a board cube.
Again? Why are you getting sucked into those?
I did. I was trying to, bank around it, and because apparently it's
Well, you're
destroyed, it let me go
outside
through
to
it.
me. Well, you're out now, so
Yeah.
didn't get you stuck.
I wasn't stuck in there. It's just letting me fly through it, doing the scenic tour. It's an Ed. Good morning, Ed.
Morning. How are you?
I'm okay. How
Howdy.
are you doing?
Tired.
Did you work yesterday?
Sunday going into Monday? Yes.
Monday going into Tuesday? No?
No.
Okay.
Monday into Tuesday and Tuesday going into Wednesday, I'm off.
That's nice. Yay, it's done.
Borg TFO.
That was a little more challenging than it is sometimes. Oh, I just realized Natalia's not here. What the heck?
Oh my god.
That's-
The world is turned upside down.
Yeah, really.
That's not normal.
It is not
I'm
normal.
alarming the Starfleet headquarters.
We will send out a ship to search for her. So,
So not just one. We're sending the entire fleet.
yes.
Dispatching them as we speak.
So, I don't know if you're caught up on all the events that are happening today. I think Red Alert ends today, and I don't think we have an event starting today.
Strangely enough, but we have an episode coming up today, apparently.
No, unless you've heard something, it does not say we get an episode today.
Well, there's an update that will continue the story. What else is there?
But that's all it says. It'll continue the story. I don't know if I still
Well,
have
what?
access
They're
to-
gonna add a new TFO without an event that does nothing because
But-
TFOs are like stale in their timelines.
It says it's continuing the story, and there will be an update about the episode, if I remember correctly. Hang on, let me get back to play Star Trek Online.
I don't know what else could it be. Like this is.
I just think they're doing another lore drop. All right, so story. Blah, blah,
No,
blah,
they
blah,
wouldn't be
blah.
doing giveaways counting up to a lore drop. No. Who does a giveaway of keys and R&D boxes?
Well, that's what I was just saying. I'm wondering if. Oh, here, let me see if I can do this. Blah 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 blah. Beginning alongside our next story update on July 3rd or June 3rd, players on PC will have a chance to blah 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 blah. Okay, so it says it's a story update. It doesn't say it's a new episode. Let me see where else I saw something interesting. Endeavor system update. As part of the upcoming June release, we're happy to announce the Endeavor systems will be receiving some updates. This was written yesterday. It does not say
Yeah.
coinciding with the new episode drop. And if they're doing a new episode, they tend to do an event with the episode when it's a new drop. So there's a TFO,
Well,
the episode,
it's
and a couple other
Deca.
things.
You're following what Cryptic used to do. Maybe Deca wants to release episodes without events.
Well, okay, no, they haven't done that yet.
Well, they may want to, you know.
Well,
It's been chaotic with the transition, but they might have been doing that.
if somebody has information, that would be amazing. Ah, it's a Musin.
Hello. So they are dropping a new ship, though.
Right, they're doing the
Yeah.
Brilliant Command battlecruiser, but are they dropping a new episode?
Yeah, but like, what's that cruiser from?
It's
like,
from
what
an-
kind of
NG.
story?
It's the episode called Booby Trap from TNG. Chris and I were discussing this yesterday.
I actually watched this
So-
morning.
It's an antique ship that they find in that field of
A
debris.
1,000-year-old vessel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an asteroid field which turns out to be a booby trap because it's full of acid and assimilators that will overwhelm and power down your ship, making you unable to move and lose your life support. And that ship was left intact in the debris field in that trap.
Chosen, Heart of the Matter is the new episode title.
So, yeah, so there is a new episode coming.
Yeah, but it doesn't
Is
say
that-
that it's coming out. It just says there's a story update today. My thought is there's going to be a new lore blog comes out today that builds
You
for the
don't
story.
do countdown giveaways for a
You
lore
do
trap.
when
No
you're
one
s-
reads this.
All I can come up with for that is if they don't release the episode today, they're doing these giveaways because they kind of messed up in terms of it was supposed to come out today, but it's going to get pushed back a couple of days. So here's some prizes in the meantime.
They wouldn't
Or
make
it's
a countdown to it. It makes no sense.
Or how about, oops, we missed this for the anniversary. Here you go.
Yeah,
What for the anniversary?
my first thought when they dropped the keys, because they didn't announce that they were doing a drop for the keys very well, was it was a make good for the whole World Razor screw up.
Yeah, but they wanted to keep it hush hush. And now they're like turning it to a countdown to something. Like what?
Yeah,
What?
I don't know.
I'm
Deca/Cryptic,
confused.
we need a little
I
bit
don't
better
have
information.
data. I don't have enough data to make a conclusion. I'm confused.
I
I
think
don't
I'm
like
just-
Well,
that.
then, hey, if you don't have enough data, you go get lore before.
Har.
Well, that's why we're getting the lore update today, maybe, because we don't have data.
Yeah,
My God.
and if you don't have data and you don't have lore, all you're left with is what you had before.
If we don't have data and we don't have lore, all
No,
we have is
no.
B4.
Oh,
Right.
no! This
Oh
is
God, we're going in the
too
same
far.
bad directions.
Those jokes are so bad, I just have to lull.
Yeah.
They're just so bad. They're so dry. We
The
call them
the
dry
pun
jokes.
is strong with that one.
This is what happens when we don't have Satalia. We make bad puns.
I don't know
Yeah,
if it's something in English,
we
but when
shouldn't.
you say a joke is bad, we say it's dry, and that one was so dry that the laundry I'm planning for the weekend is already dried out.
Oh, how convenient then.
This
Yeah,
was so
but
dry.
like, what else is there? I mean, we shouldn't cling on to the old Gorn
Oh,
jokes because they're breeding recycled so much they're borging us to death.
Is this
I'm going home
Pegorn?
now. I'm going home. Hold on, I am home. But I feel like I should go home. Taking my tools and going home.
I noticed something about Picard season 3.
Yes?
What?
Daystrom has all of the Soon types,
Yeah.
right? They have Data, they have Lore, they have B4,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
You know who they don't have?
Well.
Picard?
They don't have Lull, but the memories are there, right?
Uh-huh.
They don't have his mother.
Oh!
There's no
Oh.
mention of her.
That's
Dun,
interesting.
dun, dun.
It's true.
What?
Remember, there's an episode where Soong's wife died, and he does an android rebuild of her.
Vaguely.
Yeah,
It's
which vaguely resembles the thing that happened with Kevin Uxbridge and Rashawn.
vaguely.
Yeah, well, she goes out to fight the crystalline entity, where
Mm-hmm.
Rashawn went out to fight against the Hushnot.
Right. I mean, the story
And
parallel. Yeah.
both surviving husbands recreate their wives.
So she dies in 2338 and gets rebuilt as an android at that point.
Yeah. Who
But
doesn't
they're-
know she's an android and is passing for human.
Right.
Yeah, which again very much mirrors Rashawn's arc,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm thinking, were both those episodes just written by the same person who has a very specific fantasy they want to convey? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
makes me
Stranger
wonder
things have happened.
if both of them were written by the same person.
Very Stepford
Right.
Housewife situation.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Like, maybe they were working through some stuff, going through a divorce in real life or something.
Could be. I wonder who wrote it.
Yeah.
What episode was that? Hang on. What episode
It's the
was
one with
that?
Kevin Uxbridge.
Oh, I know the one with Kevin Uxbridge. Let's see. Inheritance? Is that it? I think it's Inheritance.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah, it's Inheritance.
It's funny that those storylines, those characters really mirror each other's arc. That I'm just thinking it's the same person and they're working through something. Or
Well, let's
at
see.
the
That
time.
was Dan Kopel and Renee Echevarria. Let's see. And what's the other one called? The Uxbridge one.
I have my hands full. I can't Google it myself.
Let's see. That's The Survivors. And nope. There it is. That's the one I wanted. Nope. Written by Michael Wagner. Not the same author. I just think it's a trope.
Yeah. Well, it's very parallel to each other. Like,
Yeah, well, it's not the first time that we see some reusing a plot. Let's see. Chosen, going off topic here. What starship should my Stowe character command while the USS Bedford is being refitted? All depends on what you like. You know, there's obviously you can go classic Trek or TNG ships, but personally, I like using unusual ships. What's the Orion one? There's a good Orion ship out there, isn't there? Ships. Oh. The Orion Blackguard
Oh,
light deck assault
I
carrier
know.
is amazing.
What while the USS Bedford is being refitted,
Hmm.
it should fly the USS Chairman.
Chair mat.
Oh, sorry.
Now, if you want to have fun, pick one of the weird ships. Weird ships are always amazing just for doing different stuff that nobody expects.
No, the USS Chairman. With the-
Oh, you're going Starfleet. Well, it's okay, fine. I don't know what you've already got in your repertoire there. I've done the Telluride Prelim Flight Deck Assault Carrier, also a very fun little ship, and technically it is a Federation ship because it's Telluride.
the USS Tabletown?
He wants a ship, not a ship name. Let's see.
The Chekhov? I don't know.
The ship I can't pronounce, the Justicar?
Just the car.
The Justicar, except it's got an extra I in there for being a Justicar. Seems to be very popular.
Just the CR?
Didn't you go with
what?
just a ship?
Pardon?
Didn't you just go with just a ship?
Instead of just a car?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Shran was fun in its time. I don't know that I'd go back with it.
The Grissom.
Ooh, that goes back a ways.
The Grissom. AKA Oberth.
The Scryer was fun.
Um,
I always want to get the Alita just so I can rename it the Battle Angel, but you know, that's me.
Any new updates on that Pacific Rim show they were going to do?
No, I have heard nothing. It's like everything in Hollywood's kind of on hold while they figure out which end is up, you know.
Right.
Movies are not doing particularly well because I don't know what the movie producers are thinking. I'm not sure they know what
they're
they're thinking.
if they keep this up long enough, people will forget what real movies can be like.
Yeah, well, every now and then you get a decent movie that comes out that people are really enjoying, and
I'm waiting for Sonic 4.
that's not new though. I mean, that's just another redo of an existing
Yeah,
movie.
but like we had 3 amazing movies with Jim Carrey,
Yeah, but like
in
I
which
said,
they
they're just
added.
rehashes. All right, let's see what's coming out this year.
It's a continuing story, but
Yeah.
like they've been doing good for 3 movies, so I can't wait to see if they do good for movie number 4, which they did tease. So
Let's see what movies are playing. Wish they would just do that.
also,
Mm-hmm.
Sonic is going already 3 times as fast as Mario is with his movie franchise.
But see, that's the
Wait.
problem. They keep getting trapped in these concepts of a franchise.
Yeah, no, I just find it funny that Nintendo wanted to make a Mario movie franchise. They've made 1 movie.
Yeah,
And Sony was like, we're doing a Sonic franchise. And they've already pushed out 3 movies and are working on the 4th. Like, Sonic is beating Mario in terms of, like, how fast he is.
well, there is nothing coming out.
For
I'm
2026,
I'm sorry.
the
I
Odyssey.
lived through the console wars.
There is nothing.
Ah,
Satalia would be happy to know that Kung Fury 2 is coming out sometime.
you could always watch Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank.
It's okay. How to Train Your
I,
Dragon
I
is coming out shortly. Some people say it looks great. I think it looks meh. But, because I thought the original was so well done. Why remake it? But they do. They remake it. Everything that's coming out, though. Naked Gun is coming out later this year.
Ugh.
I'm looking forward
So
to that.
isn't Superman as
That's
well?
what I've heard, yeah.
ooh,
Like it's been a bit quiet around Superman.
Yeah, they released an updated, or maybe not even an updated trailer, but they did do another trailer drop. But I think it's the same one.
Uh-huh.
That's what they've been showing in
Oh,
the theaters.
about trailer drops actually. Did you
Sweet.
know that instead of a trailer, they dropped the first 6 minutes of the next season of Wednesday?
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, they did a full 6 minute of the first episode instead of a trailer. Which, if that's gonna be the new norm when stuff drops,
Probably
that would
not.
be
It's-
well. Yeah, it's 6 minutes of the first episode. People will have already seen long before it comes out,
yeah.
which could like backfire. On the other hand, what I saw was like, some of it was funny.
See, so Chosen says, I have the Titan, Narendra, Inquiry, Sav, Hestia, Gagarin, Galaxy, Awani, Presidio, and Vesta classes. So what does he not have? I mean, there's 8 million ships here. What do you want your ship to do? That would probably be the next thing I'd ask.
The Chekhov, which is just a good ship. I don't know. It has a little bit of a
How come I can't-
design
there it is.
quirkiness to it.
So the Chekhov, yeah, it's an interesting design. It looks vaguely like the Garrett. What have we got?
It brings Intel Temporal.
It's got a
It does a
decent
thing.
turn rate. Definitely a science ship if you like your science ships. A little shy on device slots, but that's not the end of the world. Also part of the 14th anniversary Wolf 359 bundle, which means maybe I've got this on some tunes.
It's an interesting ship.
That's
It's
one
got a
one I
different.
don't have.
Oh, okay. So he's thinking of the ones that he's already got. So not a new ship, but
No, wait, this is the Nova version.
Okay. Well,
so he wants to pick one of those: the Titan, Narendra, Inquiry, Sovereign, Estia, Gagarin, Galaxy, Awani, Presidio, and Vesta. I'd go Awani. I'd definitely go Awani if those are the ones you want to go with. I love that ship.
I might go with Titan. That depends, though.
Yeah, for me the Titan's a little underpowered. Even with a good build, it's just not quite there. It is a Buick. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Much as I love my Nissan Sentra, it is the Nissan Sentra of ships. It's fine.
my favorite classic car is the '65 Lincoln Continental with the coach doors.
God, that's an old car. That's Chosen. I also like the Gagarin, but if I was going to pick between those, I'd go Awani. But it's just me. Shall we pew pew? Id, you up for a little pew pew?
Sure.
I'd invite you, Musin, but you're not in game at the moment.
Oh.
Oh,
And what do we want to do? Let's see. I have
Win
the
the lottery.
Typhoon as well if ships are counted. Yeah, the Typhoon is actually a really fun little ship. I've been enjoying that. It's surprisingly good for an event ship. But still, I prefer the Omani over most of the other ones you've got there. Id, what do you have that you need to do? Chris, what do you have that you need to do?
don't have anything space that I need to do now.
Pardon?
I don't have anything space. So.
Do you need to do the red alert?
Let me see. No, I've done
Not
it
actually. Let's see. Anti-proton damage on ground 5,000. Physical damage on ground 10,000. Destroy Udine ships 30.
Do we want to do Undine Assault? No, Chris doesn't like Undine Assault. And we,
It's not the worst, but it's just annoying with these blobs.
yeah, I know. Is there another Undine one? No, they're both in
Yeah,
Blobland.
Vista
Yeah,
Cycle.
yeah, but they're both in Blobland. Let's see. When Taz isn't here, otherwise we could do Borg Disconnected. Unless you guys want to do that one.
Self out an anti-proton weapon.
What's a good ship name for my Typhoon class starship? Are you going with a series for your classes? Like, are your ships named after rivers, cities, natural disasters? Or are you just looking for a good name?
Well, that's a good one, but
I mean, could go with the lollipop.
you can call it the USS Hammer or USS Turtle.
The turtle.
Yeah. Well, it kind of is like a turtle. Looks like a turtle. Okay, got physical damage in ground. It takes forever to deal it. I'm rerolling. Or ignoring, actually. Whatever. It's just like I went after so many enemies and like it doesn't do anything. Oh yeah, it's in Cathy on the ground. Yeah, I'm sure gonna do it. Over my dead body.
Chosen, do you want to go American cities or just cities in general? Do we want to add in cities from
I've seen
various
USS Vancouver. That looks really cool.
planets? What's the capital of Bajor? Hathon?
I don't think it was ever mentioned.
Oh yeah, no. When you beam down there, it gives you the name
No,
of it.
does it?
Yeah, it does.
Well, I haven't been to my character's homeworld for a long time because I don't recall
I
that.
had to go down there once for something. Let's see.
They're back under my window. I'm gonna freak out.
A lot of times when we get names of places, I don't think Kabalistan has a city name.
No,
Kronos
is
is just first city, right? Vulcan doesn't use city names.
I mean, they might, but they don't know. We don't know.
Not in canon. Or not in game, rather. So I guess we're just kind of stuck with American cities.
I mean, we don't have to be stuck with USS Paris or like USS Roma. That sounds really cool.
Buenos Aires?
USS Stockholm. Ooh, that sounds cool.
The Stockholm, yes.
Yeah, that one actually it has a good vibe to it when you add the USS into it.
Wow.
And the more you're with it, the more you sympathize with it.
Yeah. It's
You could go
true.
with the USS Malmo.
USS Vienna. Ooh, that sounds very fancy.
Ooh, the Vienna. I like that one. Let's see. Lore-wise, my Typhoon class was originally the twin sister to the USS Bedford. So hang on a second then. All right. Well, if we're going to go with a twin sister, so there's a thing here called twin cities or sister cities.
Yeah.
New Bedford's sister city is Barrow, Alaska, but the name spelled in whatever the native language is, I'd say Inuit, but I don't think it is Inuit, is this. If you want to get super nerdy, that's the sister city. Please go ahead and try and pronounce that one because I can't do it.
Oh my god. I think USS Reykjavik would sound better than this. My god, that's a mouthful.
And this is the European sister city in Germany. Let's see if they have another one. Or Derry, North Ireland, or Figueira de Foz in Portugal, or Funchal, Madeira, Grimsby, England, Horta, Azores, Ilhavo, Portugal. Lots of these. How come they have so many sister cities? I don't know what the
Well,
parents have been
they
up
branched
to,
out.
but I like Reykjavik too. That's not bad.
Rotterdam.
USS Singapore sounds cool.
That's not bad. Very mellifluous. I'm going to queue us up for Undine Infiltration if you still have Undine on your list there.
Undine Infiltration is ground. Hello, what
Oh,
are you
sorry.
doing?
Undine Assault. My bad.
My god, I almost got a heart attack.
No. I hit that once by mistake and we got down there. I'm like, nope, sorry. Nope.
You dodged a bullet with that one. That's the worst TFO in the game.
It's not the worst TFO, especially if everybody
is.
It isn't. If everybody knows it and doesn't race through it, it's stupid easy.
Well, no one ever knows, and that's why it's the worst.
No, you go through it. I mean, it's not like you actually have to think. You just have to memorize.
Well, I can't memorize. I
Oh.
don't memorize stuff like that.
Well, that's why you have shared knowledge. Hey, is this guy this?
Well,
No.
Next thing you say is collective knowledge.
No. I might have to steal that Inuit name there for one of my ships.
Sure. Some of them are really cool. I would actually rename some of my ships. When I had no idea for a ship name, I usually just went with a class name. USS Galaxy, USS
If I'm not
Odyssey.
keeping it, I don't bother with renaming the ship. If it's one that I'm going to keep, like potentially this Ark Royal is the Justina last name I can't say. Really like this ship. And I'm glad I renamed her. Let's see. Physical damage. What do I have for physical damage? Ugh.
Tommy gun.
No, not on this tune. I wish. I wish.
Okay, so I looked at actual sister ship names to the USS Bedford Victory,
Okay.
which were Victory class vessels, and that's the USS Colbert, USS Hinsdale, USS Telfair, and USS Lagrange.
Lagrange isn't bad.
And then the USS New Bedford, which was built in 1944 and operated in Hawaii, had a sister ship called the USS Pueblo.
The Pueblo would be good. I like that.
USS Arkham.
And the sister ship be the USS Asylum. Is that where we're going with that one?
Yep.
Well, this is not popping up. There's three of us here.
No,
Yeah, we'll see.
nobody jump in here, but Mom, what was Arkham's first name?
I have no idea.
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah. Wow.
Yep. Jeremiah Arkham.
Actually, that would not be a
Uh,
bad ship name, the Jeremiah Arkham, because back in the day they did give ships two names like that frequently. That would be a good ship name. Okay, since this doesn't. Oh, there we go. Wee woo.
Wee-woo.
Wee woo.
Wow.
I was
Just
just
pop.
gonna bail on it and put something else in.
And he built that asylum and made it like a really messed up place. Get a lot of that lore if you play that Batman game,
I don't play any other games.
the
I don't have
Arkham
a life.
Asylum.
Fun fact:
it-
Batman's connection to the Arkham Asylum is more than just a dumping ground for his rogues gallery.
Yeah.
Martha Wayne's maiden name is Arkham.
It's a family business
Oh,
of
that,
throwing people into insane
well,
asylum.
no, that actually makes sense because the Arkham family was cursed with insanity, which that would explain why Batman is
Insane.
why he's that, right?
Yep.
Like it it's a supernatural force causing that
No
insanity
such
upon
thing
the
as
Arkham
curses and
family.
supernatural.
Sure, it's supernatural. Sure.
Hey, it's what's actually causing all the crime in Gotham.
No.
Sort of a.
No. Bad story writing.
Yep. That sounds like very poor story writing.
Who's down here with me?
A lot of
It's not what's at the root of all crime. It's just what intensifies it like tenfold in Gotham.
Chosen
What
went with
people
the
tend.
That's a good excuse. It's like
What-
sin for Christians.
Well, it's the explanation why a lot of the people in Gotham tend to go off their rocker and come up with these ridiculous
environmental
quirks.
pollutants. We'll go that way. By the way, Chosen went with the Cuxhaven. All right. Which I'm sure I'm saying wrong because my German stinks. He's going to use a different word. So, Chris, I've decided I have to come visit you when I go over to visit Pi next time.
What?
I'm going to have to come visit you. I owe Pi a visit next time I go over to Europe. I might as well throw in a trip and come meet you. Giving you a heads up.
Alright. Alright. Not gonna protest.
How are the puppers?
Never had a visitor from the US.
So change things. The puppers are not the happiest of campers at the moment. I took them out on Sunday and we did 5.1 miles. This was fairly pleasant. And yesterday they were all ready to go out and take their walk, and I got their leashes on. They walked out on the front lawn and said, "Okay, we're good. We are so good. We don't need any more walks today."
I actually woke up a little bit earlier than normally, and I had a decent longer walk with the fluffers, and he seemed happy about it.
It's like 60 degrees out at the moment, so once we're done here, I might take them out for an early walk today.
It's a gross weather here. It feels sticky, humid, but it's also kind of warm, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like those days. It's going to be humid tomorrow because we've got a rainstorm that's going to be coming in. They're talking about an inch of rain, which I'm not happy about.
By the way, guess what I ordered myself for like kind of my birthday?
What did you order? Hold on, you told me you ordered something. I can't remember what it was. What did you order yourself, though?
Well, I ordered Justina's CD, but with an autograph and dedication.
Nice.
Yeah. Just wanted to be a little bit fancy, because I have so many of her albums, and like they never, a single one of them has an autograph, and this one is going to have a dedication to the name. So I'm like, yeah, that's fancy.
I like that. It is fancy.
Yeah, she sells them on her website like that way, so it's not too overpriced or anything like it, but it's fancy enough that you feel special.
know what I can put in my office. Got all. I've got my autographed pictures of Trek people. Maybe I could put that in.
Ooh, that sounds good. So anyone actually look over the stats for the Chameleon battle cruiser?
Vaguely. We can do that as soon as we're done here.
Doesn't look like the worst ship.
It's not horrible. I mean, it's a lockbox ship, so it should be semi-decent at least. I'm sure Spencer will be out with it as soon as it goes on this afternoon.
He hasn't already.
It's not out yet. I mean, he can be
Well,
talking
he
about
usually
it.
goes over the stats anyway.
Oh, he
so.
probably did his stats. I just figured he'd also get the ship and play it. So, Chosen says also for some more lore, both the USS Bedford and the USS Cuxhaven were Miranda-class starships in the 23rd century.
There you go.
Undine fluidic space lift sign. Close the fluidic drift now.
Done all of them.
We only have to
Time
close
to
this
hit the
one.
planet killer.
Yeah, it's like almost done here.
Oh, you're closing that one, okay.
Yeah, okay, now that one's done. Now we can go do Planet Killer.
Das.
See if I can actually get to it in time this time. Unlike yesterday. Or whenever we did it last. We did this one
Yeah, we
yesterday, didn't we?
Yep. You never got to fire a single volley on it.
Because Taz and Chris. And whoever else
Oh,
was here
yeah,
too.
I didn't do much damage into it.
Yeah, but you got there before I did.
Well, yeah, so it was close enough. I wouldn't normally get there. Just was lucky with that.
Because we had a lot of people on yesterday.
I'm still pondering whether I care about that Chameleon ship. It doesn't like tickle my fancy, but
It doesn't, but if I got it, I could put it on the market and pay for some bills. You
like, what?
know, it's probably get $1.5 billion for it because somebody'd want it.
I mean, I see that there's some anticipation for Chameleon ship. A lot of people have been asking for Chameleon ship for a while. I've seen that in the comments on YouTube and on Twitter. I think.
Probably because they want to name it something to reference Star Wars.
Well, it does look like a Star Wars battle cruiser as well, so.
It kind of reminds me of the Venator, which
Which
is,
one
you
was
know,
that?
that's the one that they have in Clone Wars, that Proto Star Destroyer thing that's much smaller than those actual big triangles. I
Oh,
don't
it's
know.
oh yeah, it does do that because it has that thing on the tower kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like it seems more better
But I,
scaled as a Venator than as
but
any
I
other
also
Star Destroyer.
I've seen another one with satellites on the it had this kind of wing structure with satellite dishes on the tips of those triangle structures. I don't remember which one was that. It was weird. I also have that
Wait, the
structure.
one with the gravity projectors thing?
If that's what they are, I don't know what they were. I just remember that it had those kind of satellite dishes at the tips of those triangles. The
In what
wings, I
show
suppose.
was that?
I don't know if it was a show. I just saw it, and I don't know if it was just someone making a fan version of it or what. But I've seen it in the context of that upcoming ship and just
So
Chameleon ship.
the Permilion is a 5-3 Commander,
Yeah,
Engineer, Lieutenant Commander Tactical, Lieutenant Commander Universal, Lieutenant Engineering, Ensign Universal, 3 Tactical, 5 Engineering, 3 Science. Base turn rate is 8.75. The ship mechanic is... Do we have any detail?
Primary is command, second is intel. So the ship mechanic is command.
Or the
says ship mechanic is inspiration. And
Yeah,
the
good
concept
command.
is the gamma burst. Taunts target and 9 nearby foes within 5 kilometers. After 10 seconds, PBAOE gamma radiation burst to self plus 20 hull regen and plus 1200 all damage resistance.
So
And
it
the
might be
trait
tanky.
is 3 gravitic inversions at equidistant points around your ship for 15 seconds. Draws up to 15 enemies to the epicenter of each inversion. Does radiation damage. 80% reduction to turn rate and flight speed with a 45-second cooldown. That could be fun, though.
Yeah, and it's in the lore because they were known to do stuff with gravitic
Yeah.
and radiation stuff. So
Yeah, definitely.
it does fall within the lore. And
Or
you know,
was it more that one?
let me see.
Oh, which one?
No. It
Sorry.
was.
There
I
you
mean, visually they do kind of like hit the vibe, but no, I can't find it now. I saw it yesterday when the.
Because there's
see.
the interdictor, the destructor.
Just so you know,
the-
that's interditer. The C isn't pronounced.
Saw it. Oh, there it is.
I've seen it in an episode. The C was pronounced.
Well, yeah, but they also say envoy. And that's not how you say envoy. Though, actually, interdict, it could go either way. You are correct.
I'll send you that
No,
one.
no.
It kind of hits the same vibe. Kind of looks like it's been inspired by it.
Hey, I'm gonna get out of here because I got 3 hours of sleep last night, and I made a point. I'm gonna get up because I don't have to go to work today. I don't have to go to the gym today. I wanted to make sure I got the show, but I promised myself I'm gonna go back to bed. So I'm gonna get out of here, everybody. On behalf of everybody here at what's the name of the show? Welcome to the Moopsyverse. Have a wonderful day. We will see you in 11 hours. We're going to do a show tonight from 6 o'clock on. And if anybody gets the Permillion, maybe we will get to visit with that one. If not, let's see what happens with the new endeavors. Let's see what happens with the new everything. So have a great day. Thank you for being here. And I'll hit the buttons this time. Remember, stay moopsome.
Oops.
Moopsy, Moopsy. Shun the non-believer. Shun.
Now it's your turn, Mason. Because I don't have those yet. Okay, fine.
Okay.
And I will make it a threesome.
Yeah, I'm being blocked by something.
Oh, not by me.
No, by something that was on my screen.
How dare they? How dare they?
And I will make it a threesome. Do you even hear yourself?
Computer deactivate iguana.
That is the perfect interview. The iguana line
Lava.
Musin is
The
perfect.
irritated doctor saying the computer deactivate iguana. It's just.
Well, the iguanas will be back in about 11 hours. So everyone,
Ugh.
have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.